Vulgar old hag, you're merely resentful because my parents hold fortune. My spice screamed a golf peg at my retirement gala. My son affirmed. Can you imagine spending 37 years dedicating your life, working your fingers to the bone, only to have your own son stand by, nodding, as his wife publicly calls you a bitter old hag at your own retirement party? It was supposed to be my moment, a celebration of nearly 4 decades as a bookkeeper. But instead, it became the day I realized just how little my family actually knew me, or what I was capable of. The country club was beautiful, really. White tablecloths, fresh flowers, even a cake with my name perfectly spelled out. I should have been floating on air. But I stood there, frozen in the middle of the reception hall, watching my son, Damon. He just nodded in agreement as his wife, Fallon, tore into me. Her voice, sharp and high-pitched, cut across the suddenly silent room like a physical slap. You're just bitter because my parents have money, she sneered, her perfectly manicured finger pointing at me, her designer dress glinting under the crystal chandeliers. You've always been jealous of our lifestyle. The entire room went silent. My former colleagues, my neighbors, even the catering staff just stopped. All eyes were on me. That familiar heat, the burn of pure humiliation, crept up my neck, a feeling I hadn't experienced since I was a child, scolded in front of my class. Then Damon, my son, chimed in, his tone infuriatingly casual, almost bored. Really, Mom? You're not useful anymore. Why don't you just accept that and stop trying to insert yourself into our lives? Not useful anymore. Those words echoed in my head, a cold, hard truth that twisted my gut. I looked at him, this 35-year-old man I'd raised alone after his father died when he was just 8. The boy I'd worked double shifts for, the teenager I'd sent to private school even when it meant eating peanut butter sandwiches for weeks. Fallon kept talking, her voice getting shriller with each cruel word. Honestly, Lorna, it's embarrassing how you try to keep up with us. We know you're struggling financially. Damon told me about your little apartment, your old car. It's sad, really. She turned to the crowd then, playing to them like an actress on a stage. She keeps trying to give us advice about money when she can barely afford her own groceries. It's pathetic. A murmur rippled through the room. I saw the pity in people's eyes, the way they looked away when I tried to make eye contact. Mrs. Patterson from next door actually shook her head sadly, as if I were some charity case she'd been wondering how to help. And that's when something inside me snapped. Not the explosive, screaming kind of snap. The quiet kind. The kind that feels like a door closing forever. I took a deep breath. And I smiled. Not the fake, tight smile I'd been wearing all evening, but a real one. The kind that comes when you finally stop pretending. Fallon, sweetheart, I said, my voice carrying clearly across the silent room. Since you brought up money, I think it's time we discuss something. She rolled her. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.